Despite Councilwoman Kathy Dunbar's significant financial disadvantage compared to her opponent, Mayor Andy Schor, she says she believes she's still the best person to lead Lansing as mayor.
There's definitely a difference in our donor base. My donors are Lansing residents, friends and family who support my vision for Lansing. A lot of those donors that are coming in on the high end for him are out of the area, they're special interests, they're PACs. They have a financial interest in keeping him in office.
Dunbar's campaign has raised just over $35,000 compared to the $312,000 Schor has raised. But she says she doesn't think Schor's financial advantage will help him win another term.
He spent $125,000 to come through the primary and still didn't get half the votes. I spent 16. So I don't know that you can buy somebody's vote when there is that much distrust.
Schor received almost 6,200 votes, which was 48% of the total, and Dunbar racked up more than 2,500.
I don't know if she put in the hours that she needed to put in the spring to raise her numbers up, to really dig at Schor, to really get at whether he's accomplished all that much as mayor.
But Dunbar says she's not letting those numbers discourage her. Instead, she's focusing on a campaign that promotes change in the city.
Our campaign is positive messaging. We are trying to move the city forward. We're trying to do post-pandemic economic relief. We want to make sure that we have racial justice in the city. We want fair, equitable, affordable housing for folks. We're looking at reducing gun violence. And all of the things that I'm talking about have, concrete, result-driven plans.
Dunbar has been on city council for 16 years now, and if elected, she'll be the first woman to serve as Lansing mayor.
Kathy seemed to be genuine. She seemed to be someone who was energetic and who had a love for the city of Lansing.
I'm glad that she's been able to kind of focus on what she stands for and her platform and so on without getting too far down the negative ad campaign rabbit hole.
Dunbar announced her run for mayor back in April, and not even 24 hours later, she was accused of making racially insensitive and sexually inappropriate comments to Rena Risper, the publisher of the New Citizens Press.
Those allegations were strategic in their timing. They came from a person who served on Mayor Schor's transition team, who benefited from him staying in office, who said very clearly after the primary that they were backing the mayor. So there is a definite reason why that came out. So if these things happened 16 years ago and nothing has been said in the prior elections that I have run for, including one against her, and these were never brought up until now.
2 mudslinging political mailers that targeted mayor candidate Kathy Dunbar hit mailboxes across Lansing last week. Both claimed that she plans to slash police department funding.
That's Kyle Malin, editor of the Michigan Information and Research Service, reading an article about negative mailers about Dunbar that went out to 25,000 residents. Malin has been covering Lansing politics for over 20 years now, and he predicts Schor will defeat Dunbar.
She doesn't project a presence of leadership, and that's always been kind of the knock on Kathy Dunbar. That's why she's always struggled to become the president of the city council, even though she's got as much seniority as she does. There's always been that stumbling block of, is she really the type of person that we want representing the city council in a leadership role? And so that's again the hesitation that we have with her as she runs for mayor.
But despite doubt, Dunbar is optimistic that her love for Lansing will help her be the city's next mayor.
When you own a vehicle, you take care of it differently than when you lease a vehicle, because ultimately you're going to give it back and you're going to move on. I'm not leasing Lansing. This mayor is leasing Lansing. Lansing is my home. This will be the last position I ever hold. And that's where my focus is.
In Lansing, I'm Larry Wallace, Fox 47 News.